The Anacrusis had an update today. Somehow admits the 17 breakfast. It's just a last summer, just chilling and updating. So what's updating? Well, do you remember I said when we shipped the big community update, there's a point you just have to ship and you just have to say, hey, this is it, and ship it? Well, that's what we did. And there's some stuff that we knew were kind of probably safe, but man, there could be bugs in anything. So let's not do that. Let's get the big community update out and we can follow it up with the ship. And that's what we did here. And so things like really simple, like weapon mods now spawn in similar frequency across their thing. Because there used to be a problem, there'd be one that would spawn way more than others. We updated the bandwidth limits for everybody, and this should help with people who can't pick up some stuff sometimes with their little laggy and stuff. And just, a bunch of just kind of fun, good things. But this was a pretty solid update. This is what a good candidate looks like, right? And so here what we have is we have the daily playtest branch, and we playtest it. And we're like, hey, this is really good. This is working. Let's build a staging version of this and call this the candidate. And that candidate means, hey, this might go live. This is what happens in the back end of Steam. We're not actually making a new build. We just move the designator, right? Once we make the staging build, we then move it to external playtest and we play on it. We have people give us feedback and testing. Now, does that have bugs? Yes, it has some of the bugs that we've shipped with. And there's a point where you ship the same bug enough time. Is it a bug anymore? I don't know. We should probably talk about that because I know some that still exist in games I've worked on. I know you are fidgety this morning. But then we move it to default. And default is like this whole thing on Steam in the back end that you got to have special access. You got to, God, why did I put that in there? And I should edit this and take that out. But no. But there's a whole bunch of things that you have to do to kick off the default build. It's a good day today. So, right. But so the other thing we fixed with this was this crazy bug. And the note is the holographic detonator's hologram no longer has headgear collision. What the hell are we talking about? This. Now, it's a little hard to follow maybe. But see, the green dude back there is a person, right? So think about this like in Left 4 Dead where you have the outlines of the people you're hunting. And the big giant thing there is, well, that's a hat. That's a hat. Somebody made a hat of the isolode. And so we have a thing called the holographic detonator. And holographic detonator is when you throw the grenade, it mimics the player, including whatever they're wearing, and they do the same emotes that you do. But the problem here is if this emote hits any of the aliens, it would kill them because the headgear had collision on it. Because it would be normal to have headgear have collision because you're normally not having headgear be your giant ship. That's the isolode. That's the entire ship that you're on. It's just a replica map of it or model of it. Yeah. That's a bug. We fixed it. So all in all, a really good update, really quick update. We're going to work on, I think the next thing is going to be scoring in versus. So it's similar to Left 4 Dead. So we're both going to be, My Life's Hard, going to play some Anacrusis versus tonight and then probably Left 4 Dead versus tomorrow so that we have some notes that we can kind of carry in on these and see, because I did a lot of the things in Left 4 Dead versus scoring is things that I cared about and that I wanted, and I'm like, we should just kind of follow some of this, like the making sure the aliens, you can see how much damage you do, right? Because it's really fun. It's fun to hear the ding, 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 but you also want to you want to see those points because you want to rub it in, right? Because good-natured kind of competition like that is just really fun and bonding. And oh my God, I'm telling you, I do not know how he fits in that little body. He doesn't have that big of a body. But there are so many breakfasts and lunch in this guy today already. Come on, really? You don't want to get out of bed either. So once he starts. Like us, once we start, there's updates coming. There's more updates coming. We'll see when the next update comes. But this update's out now. You can play it. You can give us feedback on our Discord at discord.gg/StrayBombay. Oh, but there is more coming.